I wanted to construct a shade canopy, which I will differentiate from a bimini. A bimini I think of as something that is solid, fairly sturdy, opaque, and probably fairly waterproof. This is none of those things. My design criteria were to have something that provided sun protection when underway, and also when getting to a location at anchor, the sun going down, it can come streaming in through the sides, so I wanted to have sides on this as well. And also being able to sail with this thing mostly in place, so I didn't have to put it up and take it down, a big hassle every time I wanted to use it. Something that I could see through. If I had solid sides, it would be difficult to know where the heck I'm at when I'm underway. And something that would take advantage of the full 14-foot beam that we have on our boats, instead of something like everything else that I've seen that fits inside of the cockpit. Also something that doesn't interfere with the solar panel, that I can take down quickly when weather comes up, is simple, and is also inexpensive. So here's what I came up with. This has 3 panels. Each of the panels are 6 feet wide, made out of shade cloth. You can actually see through it. So the side panel, port side, center, and starboard side panels there. And you can see that the main sheet fits between these 2 panels, as do the split backstays. And here is a close-up of the back of it, showing that it doesn't interfere with the solar panel. And here's a rear view, so you can climb up the stairs and just duck under this, so it doesn't provide too much interference to that. And here's the side view, so you can see how this really works here. It's on the outside of the lifelines, and you can see through it pretty much. This could be attached to the lifelines if you'd want to do that, if it's flopping around in the wind. And looking forward here, this can be rolled up and clipped in place pretty easily. You can do the same at the back there if you want to do that, but I find it's pretty easy just to walk up and duck under the canopy. Here's looking straight towards the back, and you can see that this shade canopy fits down between the hammock and the solar panel. It just drops in there, so it's attached to this corner. The bottom corner is attached to the davit here. This corner attaches there, and to the davits there. And here is the main sheet. I like to have the main sheet attached to the Traveler rather than just unhooking it and attaching it to and throwing it up on the hardtop. And here's the side view. So once again, the main sheet and the side canopy there. Okay, so this is all there is to it. It's just a couple of total of 6 of these fishing rod holders attached to the stanchions, and this is 1-inch tubing that drops inside of an 1.25-inch piece of PVC pipe. I've wrapped the pipe with some duct tape so it fits a little more solidly in there. That fishing rod holder comes up and is attached here to an elbow, and the other end is an eye end and some jaws attached to the handrail, as you can see. This is the back corner, so another fishing rod holder attached to the handrail for coming up the stairs on the transom. The fishing rod holders are located just inside of the rub rails, so you're not going to catch the holders for the bimini when you're docking. Also, there's nothing that holds these tubes in except for gravity, so it makes it very easy to disassemble the whole thing. And you have about a foot or so of grasp on the tubes, so that's pretty good. And once it's disassembled, you've got a couple of fishing rod holders conveniently located on the transom steps. And this is the third fishing rod holder attached directly to the davits right between the hammock and the solar panel, and a short piece of tubing attached to that. The top of that has a T and a set of jaws, so the centerpiece attaches with a zip tie to that, and here's this T. It goes over to the other corner of the side panel, over to this corner right here. So that's all there is to it. You can see in this configuration it's open there for sailing. This shows the center panel, how that's connected, so just the zip ties here in the corners, and over here and here are grommets that are attached with bungee cords to each corner, and what it looks like in the center with it down. You can put the grommets in the center of the panels if you'd want to do that. You could put a rod of some kind between these two corners here. You'd have to weld something to get the angle right. Say something like a boat hook between these 2 points if you wanted this to be a little bit of a more solid corner here, but I found that it's just fine and not worth the trouble to do that. So a little bit of experimentation and you'll find a way to make it fit. It works great for our needs. Here is where I got everything. So the shade cloth I got from the shadeclothstore.com. The knitted stuff, you don't want the woven stuff. The knitted will not unravel, the woven will. The 90% version is what I got. 6 by 100 feet for $135. 100 feet is enough to make this whole construction 2 times, so you're actually buying twice what it is that you need. Leaves plenty left over for messing it up and for reconstructing it if you want to do that. The clip-on plastic grommets cost $0.25. I got some tubing from Sailrite, as well as the elbows, the jaws, and the eye ends. And all that's needed other than that is just some good quality fishing rod holders, some PVC pipe, some duct tape, some zip ties, and some bungees. So once again, this satisfies our needs. It's not intended to be an all-weather, rain-proof kind of a construction, just something that can go up and down quickly, and we found it to be just perfect, providing a lot of space in the back and shade, and lets us live outside when we want to do that, and it suits our needs. Hopefully this will be of some use to you as well.